Hello and welcome back to the second of two videos today with Ian Foster, who is the founder of BeAWinningTrader.com. Thank you for coming on to the show, Ian. And we're going to have a look at a few FX pairs, a couple of FX pairs, starting off with cable. Of late, the pound against the dollar has been strong, but we're seeing a little bit of dollar strength come back into it. So it's probably quite apt that we've got the two charts here, and certainly the hourly chart as well. Just talk us through what's going on here.
Yes, well, again, cable hasn't been probably, there was a lot of talk about cable being reasonably weak, and you can see here from the left hand chart, the daily chart, you can see the rally in cable, and it's went up to, it broke up through the 136 level as we know, and it has retraced from that now. And you can see from the right hand chart, which is an hourly chart, now this also has my software trading tool, which will paint bars red for a sign of weakness or blue for strength, and you can see that these bars have been painted red, and that has come into the market recently, and our last confirmed high there, it's 134.28. So I know things may have changed this morning a little bit, and I know there's a little bit more volatility, but if you assess the two charts, I can see further weakness in cable and 132.67, because that was the previous high. So therefore I think it's only healthy if you get a retracement in the market, and considering where we've moved from cable, from the last low there right up to the highs, I think it's only very positive. Because if you go, it's like climbing a tree. When you get to the top of the tree without steps and stairs, it gets very wobbly at the top, and market analysis can be very similar. So it's always good to have a retracement for further strength coming into it. And again, what I'll be watching will be the 1 hour chart. Hasn't been the easiest market to trade. I've been trading it myself this last day and a half or so, and cable has cost me a few points because it's attempted to go down, which I believe will make a retracement. And a deeper retracement than where it is at this minute in time, and all of a sudden then it's bounced back, and this morning was the same. I actually was in a trade this morning, ended up getting I think a pip or something out of it because it retraced quite aggressively, and then all of a sudden it went down again. So cable, I'm expecting a little bit of further weakness, and I would be looking for somewhere around the 132.67 area or slightly above it. But I would like to see a deeper retracement below 133.00 certainly for cable, and then seeing a bit of strength coming back into it. So it's a matter of amalgamating two particular charts to see if that happens or not.
Understood. So you see it a bit lower down, maybe start buying the dips at that level.
Yes.
Fantastic. And we move on now to the euro-dollar chart. Actually, fairly similar chart in the sense of the euro giving a little bit back, predominantly because of dollar strength, but just talk us through this little sell-off, certainly on the 60-minute chart.
Yes, well again, the euro-dollar, looking from the left-hand side here, you can see we've been making higher highs and higher lows the whole way up. And I mean, every time, again, you are listening or reading articles, oh, the euro is going to get weaker again, and each time, every dip was just a buying opportunity, again, the dollar. But recently, you can see there on the daily chart, first of all, where we've met a lower high, Matt, which I've pointed out. And it has been a more straightforward and an easier chart from a trader's perspective to actually trade, as per the hourly chart on the right-hand side. Because once the red bars come in and it broke through previous support, you can see there that we actually got a technical a sell signal at 119.37. It moved some 200 pips lower.
And since then it's certainly worked.
But like everything, nothing goes down forever or rallies forever, and because it has had such weakness for a period of time, you can probably see a little bit more strength coming into the euro dollar, and maybe a little bit sooner than cable. But again, we have to trade what we see. We were seeing certainly euro-dollar easier to trade than cable, but perhaps the move, the weakness in it may be starting to steady the ship a little bit, whereas I think there's a little bit more in cable in comparison to the two currencies.
Understood. And if our viewers, we've already mentioned it on our previous video where we covered a few indices, but if you can just explain the trading webinar and what our viewers can expect to learn from that.
Yes, indeed. Well, again, it's an insight for those people that would sign up to what our methodology is all about. We trade price action, very much price action, have been doing so for many years. From 1998 was when I first started doing seminars on price action.
Yeah.
And again, latterly over this last couple of years, my personally developed software trading tool, which you've seen in the previous couple of slides there on the hourly charts, it's very, very good at further giving indications and further strengthening the views that yes, there's weakness here, and if we get red bars, that's further strengthening that. So again, on the free webinars, we demonstrate our methodology, number one. Number two, then we look at it with the software on it, and we show people how we can go about our successful or being a winning trader, so to speak, and if they wish to join us, they can do. But at least to get a proper demonstration of that on the free training webinars.
Fantastic. Well, Ian Foster, founder of BeAWinningTrader.com, thank you so much for joining us today on Core Finance.
Pleasure, Matt. Thank you very much.